Alongside literary and cinematic heroes, as a storyteller, I have decided to examine another hero with you. Someone whom Michael H. Hart placed above all others in his book, The 100 Most Influential People in History. Why not? This hero's life can also be examined alongside those of cinema and literature. Right now, as we speak, according to Google, he has over 1.8 billion followers, equivalent to approximately 24% of the world's population, and even more admirers. Muhammad was born in 570 AD in Arabia, a dry land without even a river, where most of the terrain was composed of mountains, valleys, and barren deserts, with limited grazing land.
My choice of Muhammad to lead the list of the world's most influential persons may surprise some readers, but he was the only man in history who was supremely successful on both the religious and secular levels.
This harsh nature gave the Arabian Peninsula three main characteristics. First, the two superpowers of the time, the Persian and Roman empires, had no interest in conquering this region, and the peninsula was left ungoverned and abandoned. 2. As a result, many fugitives and persecuted groups from other governments sought refuge in this region, including Jews who were being persecuted by the Roman emperors. And 3.
That's the German 3.
Few of the Arabian Peninsula's native inhabitants were pastoralists, and a significant portion were nomads. They would pitch their tents in one place in the morning and another at night. They would eat any living creature they saw, from insects to reptiles. They could conquer a pasture for their animals to graze for a limited time by raiding other tribes. But this was never enough. So they made up for the shortcomings of their lives by plundering the property of others. Yes, you heard that right. Many of them made a living by stealing and killing. After each raid, they would kill the male captives and sell the women and children as slaves to slave traders. The most valuable thing to them was, first and foremost, the tribe, which meant the group of people who supported each other in raids.
Members of a tribe were not necessarily related by blood, as it was possible for members of a tribe to attack another tribe, of which their own brothers and family were members.
The second most valuable thing was their swords and horses, which were effective in war. The least valuable thing was women and girls, since they could not fight like men. Women were bought, sold, and loaned out, and were considered the property of men. So much so that after a woman's husband died, she would pass to her son as an inheritance, and her fate was in his hands. Because of this, if a man at that time was told that his wife had given birth to a girl, he would flush with rage. It seems unimaginable to us, but there were men there that would bury their newborn daughters alive. This land had almost no laws, and slavery was rampant, with slaves having no rights whatsoever. Whoever had more power could kill and steal more.
Broomhild here is my property. and I can choose to do with my property whatever I so desire.
The most important law in the Arabian deserts was the law of blood. That is, if someone was killed, the murdered person's tribe had the right to kill one person from the killer's tribe in return. And so, the enmity and killing between tribes never ended.
So long as the Arabs fight tribe against tribe, so long will they be a little people, a silly people, greedy, barbarous, and cruel, as you are.
But every chaos inevitably has its own principles. For this reason, nomads who were called Arab agreed among themselves that war, plunder, and slaughter would be banned for a few months during the year, so that they could rest and have the opportunity to prepare for the next battle. And thus, the sacred months came into being.
Okay, so what? I'll tell you soon. Stay tuned.